kōrero tēnei mō kupe. E haere a begins with kupe. He was in his waka, his canoe. He was sailing from the old homeland Hawaii. Kei kitea, all Pacific Islanders have legends of the old homeland Hawaii. Te Aparangi. It was his wife, Hene Te Aparangi, who called out, "Heo, it is a long white cloud." He named the land after the cloud. Aotearoa. Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. There are many stories of Maui. The North Island is known as Te Ika o Maori, or the fish of Maui.
I was born in Auckland, New Zealand, and I've always lived in Mangere, just by the Auckland International Airport. Our climate, maritime climate, makes us very special because just about every vineyard is fairly close to the coast.
We're no more than maybe 30 minutes from either coast. And so when people look at Kumi and they look at us and they see that we're this far north, they automatically assume that it's a much warmer place. But in fact, it's not. It really does get moderated by that sea.
The reason that I came here to Ormond to grow Gewürztraminer was that way back in the 70s, when Gisborne was the breadbasket of the New Zealand wine industry, I persuaded a grower here, not far from where Venoptima is situated, to grow Gewürztraminer. It's been a 40+ year process for me, so I've learnt by the School of Hard Knocks. The soils here in Gisborne are alluvial clay loam deposits from the plains that were formed many, many thousands of years ago. They're rich in boron and magnesium, which is ideal for the aromatics, and we don't require irrigation.
Hawke's Bay, New Zealand's oldest wine producing area. It is New Zealand's most glamorous farming district. Within Hawke's Bay you get this amazing diversity of agriculture, of which wine is simply part of that. Hawke's Bay has an amazing range of environments and mesoclimates for wine, and that's why you see a whole range of different wines. For us at Craigie, we produce Bordeaux red varieties, and Syrah and Chardonnay is what we specialise in.
I'm the old codger. I'm the original rangi. I took the plunge as Kiwis do, and came here on my own in 1980.
Martinborough is situated in the southern end of the North Island of New Zealand, about 1 hour from Wellington, and Wellington has really adopted Martinborough as its regional wine town. I arrived in the district in 1986 to find a very sleepy, rural backwater which has now been transformed into a vibrant wine producing region.
And it's amazing in that time, in the last about 10-15 years, how Martinborough has been transformed into an amazing wine village.
The south is known as Te Waipono, or the waters of greenstone. This is where Maori have come for generations to find the tohanga, the treasure, which is the greenstone.
Nelson is at the top of the South Island. It's just a hop, step and a jump from Marlborough. We've got two very big mountain ranges which sort of embrace the region, so we're in a bit of a rain shadow. It's got great soils. Some of the oldest soils in New Zealand are from around this region. Great climate, long, lovely summers, building up lots of nice flavours. Add to that, we've got Australasia's biggest fishing port, 3 national parks. What more?
Here we are. We're sort of in the heart of Marlborough, I guess. We're up on the southern valleys. You can see the vineyards spread out in the distance. You can see the sea, which is about 10 kilometres away, and that has a big influence on our climate as well. It has a real moderating effect on temperature. In the distance again, you can see the North Island, and the Martinborough wine growing district is not that far away in a straight line. in that direction. While Marlborough is a fairly compact region, it's got all these different pockets with these different characteristics. And when we go over the hills to the south to the Awatere Valley.
So this is Awatere Valley special. Not a bad young boar, quite a good set of tusks. Marlborough is a mecca for all the things which I love, hunting, fishing, and of course making good wine.
I think my favourite place in New Zealand is Waipiro.
We're kind of right on the edge in terms of viticulture. We get sort of warm enough to ripen the fruit, but cool enough, that we retain, good acidity in the wines.
I think Waipiro has very good climate, very cold climate, and we can grow nicely Riesling, Chardonnay, and Pinot Noir.
This area, North Canterbury, just opens up in front of you, and it is so open and beautiful and in some ways quite sparse, but then also very variable. And we have the coast and we have the mountains and we can do so many different things here. It's a pretty marvellous place to live.
Central Otago is an amazing place to grow grapes and make wine. We have an incredible climate. It's very cool climate, yet we have it's very dry, low rainfall, low humidity, very cool nighttime temperatures. Just provides a wonderful platform for us of vibrancy, of acidity. We get minerality associated with that, and a real vibrancy and zest to the fruit qualities.
The rawness. The fact that we're starting from nothing, the fact that it's so young and fresh, and we have such an amazing place to start to understand the mysteries that are happening here. The soils, the aspect, a fantastic place to be involved with right at the beginning of its journey on the wine pathway.
What makes New Zealand successful as a wine producing country? They produce good wine.
I think it's the purity of the landscape, and the light has a lot to do with it. The light in New Zealand is really different. It's a pure, clean, white light. So when I fly back into New Zealand from overseas, the light strikes me first of all.
I bet there's nowhere else in the world that has a winemaker that's climbed to the top of Mount Everest without any legs.
Oh yeah, there's always the legless winemaker jokes.
Dedication to quality, vision, and follow it through. It doesn't matter what it takes.
And we're great learners. We pick up what's going on there. We've got no fear of trying something new.
It's such a privilege to be the first to come here. You've got so many decisions to make. What do we plant? How do we do it? What do we do? Where do we take it? All of those things which there are a million questions, and you're trying to answer them all in that very first instance that you plant your grapes.
So you get this beautiful bottle of wine out of this amazing piece of land. We're just farmers, but we're converting into something that no other farmers do.
All of us, individually, doesn't matter what our background was, to find the spot of a wonderful land and make the best possible, greatest quality wine we ever can achieve.
I guess it's got to be a combination of the place and the people.